must be doing cocaine.
What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Serving Sriracha. It's your girl Rach and I am joined by Charlotte Lawrence. What's up?
Hello.
Girlfriend, we just dished out on two major topics that we need to talk about initially to start this off. You grew up a Phillies fan, but you're not from Philadelphia.
Yeah, so basically my entire family is a huge Dodgers fan, born and raised in LA.
Okay.
And my dad loves baseball, as do my brothers. So he would always take us to the Dodgers games, and I would always root for the Phillies, always.
Why? Is there any reason?
I had a nanny growing up named Bree, who's from Philadelphia, and she's actually coming to my show tonight.
Oh
and
my God,
she,
fun.
for some reason, was like the biggest Phillies fan and just implanted it in my brain from when I was like 7 years old. And I was like, I only root for the Phillies. Only love the Phillies.
Oh my God, that means you loved your nanny. That's
Love her.
awesome. Well, I mean, newsflash, now that you're here, I guess we could tell you the big secret that in Philly, no one likes us but us. So we cheer for all of our sports teams like die hard. So that makes sense why your nanny would be like OD crazy about the Phillies. But that's so awesome.
It was fun.
We're
I
happy
have
to
like
have you.
signed baseballs. Like I have
From the Phillies?
Yeah, caps. Like it's really crazy of
I'm gonna
how
hit you up
far I
for
took
that.
it.
That's so cool. Okay, so latest and greatest reason why we have you in here today is because you drop a new single today.
Yes.
Okay, tell us all about that. It's called
It's called "God Must Be Doing Cocaine," which is a wild title for a song.
It's a very bold statement.
It's a very bold statement,
What's the meaning behind it?
and it's hard to put it into words really, because if you just read the title, you instantly go, "What the hell
Yeah.
is she talking about?" But I don't know. I wrote the song with these guys, John Ryan and Julian Bonetta, who are incredible songwriters and producers. And I kind of just speak about what's going on in the world around me in Los Angeles, involved with me and my friends, and what's going on that's kind of negative and that I view as, issues that I would like to change and I see and scares me. And,
right.
And yeah, I just kind of put it all in one song and compared, all these issues to the metaphor, God must be doing cocaine. And my whole kind of point of the song is like, everybody says what's meant to be is meant to be,
Yep.
And especially I think it's a big thing in Christianity that it's kind of like your path is set for you and,
Right.
and, your fate is like already planned and God, has a plan, all that stuff. And I just kind of thought to myself, like, if all this shit is happening in the world that's
Is that
so
planned?
negative and like, gun control and all this stuff that's like happening around me and plastic surgery and everybody addicted to their phones and all
Yep.
that stuff. I'm like, I don't know if like he would want that. And also, I don't know if it's meant to happen. Like, I don't think that school
concept is-
shootings are supposed to happen. You know what I mean?
Right. Is God dictating all this?
Yeah.
Now,
So I was like, oh, he must be like effing off and
Yeah.
just doing drugs is my metaphor.
wait, so this could be a personal question, but are you a Christian?
I am, and I
Okay.
went to a Catholic high school, which is very strange. And I feel like my teachers are like listening to the
They're
song
probably
and being
gonna be
like,
crap, we need to get the
shame.
ruler out
Yeah.
here. Yeah. Smack the knuckles.
They're like, and she never went to our school.
We don't know her. Well, I think that's a really cool and philosophical concept that people don't really
Thank you.
think about, and that's why music's so important, is because it opens up our eyes to new perspectives.
100%. And I get that, the title is very controversial, and I obviously see that. And if anybody else released a song, I would be like, whoa, like,
Yeah.
what is this title? But I honestly am very proud of the lyrics, and I just feel like if you listen to the lyrics of the song, you kind of understand it more.
Sure.
And it's not as, I'm not saying anything really negative. I'm kind of just stating things, that are going around me, and I'm not trying to preach for anybody else. I'm just trying to, share my thoughts on what I think is wrong, honestly, and I just use a crazy metaphor to describe
And to
it.
try and relate to where you're coming from, because I wanted to be the next Britney Spears, but clearly I'm here talking instead. So what we do here on our end is write blogs every single day, and it's the idea of making your title the hook and making people kind of say what the fuck, and making them want to read more. And the same thing goes for kind of your song lyrics. Like, you have a title and people are like, whoa, that's a bold statement. But I think you need to come out bold, and you need to get people to listen to this song to really understand as to why.
I agree, and thank you for that. I also think it's like it compares a lot to the lyrics of the song, the title. I mean, obviously, because the title are the lyrics of the song.
Right.
But I just think
There's more to it.
the things that I'm talking about in the song are so important and big and happening around us everywhere, but nobody's really talking about it in music, especially. So I kind of the statements that I'm trying to say are big and bold and controversial and dark in a way.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the title is going to be the same.
No, I love how you're not afraid to be controversial and you're not afraid to be like political either. Cause like I know for me, I definitely am. But like in just like a worldly setting, I feel like you're so like culture. How old are you?
19.
Holy crap. Are you kidding me? You're so mature. Look at you.
Thank
And,
you.
know, it's crazy to think about. Like, I mean, I'm 25. We're not like too far off. But like for you at 19 to be so kind of like, whoa, what's going on in the world at such a young age? It's crazy to think that you're being, and our young people are being like immersed into this culture that's like, what the fuck?
Thank you. I think that's the one great thing about our generation, even though, you know, in the song I do speak about plastic surgery and people on their phones all the time. And, you know, I speak on that. And I do think that our generation, like, is a little dark in that sense of like, I don't think everybody should be, I don't think Instagram and all that stuff is that healthy. I think that, you know, technology is way too accessible and nothing's private anymore, et cetera.
If it weren't for my job, I would not be on social media.
Me too.
I'm
I
so
always say
over
that.
it.
Me too. It's so scary.
It's like it taints your mind.
It 100%. But I do think the one thing about my generation, not the one thing, obviously, but the one thing that stands out to me that, you know, makes me proud to be in this generation is the way that, you know, we speak up about issues that actually matter to us. And
Heck
even
yeah.
just like, you know, Greta doing the climate change strikes and, you know, all the kids doing the gun control strikes and rallies and stuff. It's really cool. And I'm, you know, I feel grateful to be in an era that it's like young people are finally speaking up politically about what they believe in.
You're so smart. I'm very inspired by you. I could like pick your brain forever. So tell us your journey into music. Like what kind of made you divert from, I guess, like this educational aspect, like you learn on this stuff and then you transpire it into song?
I mean, I have always been obsessed with music since I've been little. I've always, you know, just been singing and writing poems, and English was my favorite class, and all I wanted to do was, you know, take piano lessons and guitar lessons. It was always like
Are those
my
your two
life,
big instruments?
Yeah, guitar
Okay.
and piano. My life always revolved around music, but neither of my parents can sing at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, literally at all. Cannot sing,
miracle baby
cannot
you
play
are.
any instruments. I know, it was very rare of like, oh, I guess she's a singer.
Yeah.
But my mom has a great sense of music, and it's just like best music taste, showed me the best music growing up. And my father is a writer, and he's so incredible. So I get like the artsy genes, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But I didn't know it was like a real reality to become a musician until I was probably 12 or 13. And I honestly, one of the big moments, and I've never told this story before,
Oh, tell it.
but one of the big moments that I was like, oh my God, I want to be a musician. I was in high school. I think I was in like middle school. I was in like 8th grade. And I went to school. I was so exhausted. I was in sweatpants, like just not ready
Me
to
every
start the
day.
day. And my English teacher is like, okay, so class, like, are you guys ready to present, you know, your big presentations, like the final project of the year?
Tell me you didn't
And
know
I'm
anything.
like texting my friend Olivia, who's literally like across the room. I was like, what's she talking about? And Olivia's like, are you joking me? We've had 4 months to do like a giant project on
No.
like the 1940s, like this type of culture, whatever, what was going on. I was like, what? I was like, so wait, what's it about? Like, what did you do? She's like, I made a huge poster board, and like this girl wrote like a short story. Like it was just like a creative project of, you can do whatever creatively, but it has to be about something that went on in the 40s, whatever.
Right.
I go, holy shit, I don't know what to do. Oh my God.
I hate that feeling. I feel the anxiety for
Oh
you.
yeah, but then I was like, you know what? I got this. I put my name down last to present in the entire class. I go on my phone. I'm like secretly hiding my phone too. You're not allowed to text in class.
Yep.
And I write just a full lyric page of like shit from the 40s, like a full just random stuff in my notes of stuff that happened in the 40s, but I make it into just lyrics.
Dude, I couldn't tell you one thing that happened in the 40s. I was terrible at history.
Swear, no, I just looked everything up and I was like, okay,
Okay.
what's happening? Got this. I go in front of the class to present, take out my phone. I was like, I wrote a song about, you know, what went on in this time and the dark stuff and this war and whatever. And I would like to sing it for you guys. And I'm very nervous, but I've worked really hard on it. And my friend Olivia is in the corner of the room, dying laughing,
I would
like
be
couldn't
cackling.
laugh more, like couldn't hold herself in. I fully just riffed a random melody and sang these like lyrics, but honestly not even real lyrics, off of my phone. Dude, standing ovation from the teacher, A+. Got an email from my teacher being like, it was so cool. I've never had a student do that before creatively. It was so interesting, blah, blah. And then from then on, I was like, I think I'm going to be a musician. I think I want to do this for real.
Stop. Did you get an A?
A+.
I'm
Literally,
dead.
100%. It was the best grade in the class, too.
If that ain't like a sign you need to like
and
pursue it.
Olivia got like a 90. on like her
she
poster
probably
board.
hated you.
Yeah.
That's hysterical. Oh my God. Well, I'm so glad you shared that story on our podcast. Whoa, I'm claiming that for my own. Okay, so that's definitely a different way to like kind of immerse yourself into music.
Yeah.
But a lot of people your age really want to, try and pursue it, and no one really knows the direct path to go. Do you have a piece of advice for anyone like looking to get, I guess, signed or like where to start?
I mean, if I'm being honest, there's not really any direct path.
History class about the 40s. Start there.
I think that, I think people make it in a sense in many different ways, and, you get success in many different ways, and not one case is going to be the same. But I honestly feel like if you're a musician, if you love writing, if you love singing, if you love playing instruments, just work your ass off on whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
As hard as you can. Work. Push yourself, and good
Where do
shit
you
will
send
come your
your
way.
stuff? That's not like I'm trying to be the next Britney Spears, but just out of curiosity, like where would you start in terms of like sending something you have?
I don't know. I think it starts by just building your own fan base, even if it's just 5 people. Post something on YouTube, get all your friends to post it.
So is that where you think social media does become important,
Yeah.
even though we hate it?
100%.
Yeah.
Hate social media in the sense that everything's accessible. I don't think we need to know everything about everybody. It's
Right.
scary. It's all fake, blah, blah, blah. But one good thing is, like, again, also with what I was saying about how my generation is so politically active and
Yeah.
speaks up, it's like that wouldn't be a thing without social media. You know what I mean?
I
There
agree.
are pluses. And I do think, if you want to be a musician and you don't know where to start, you just got to be kind of cutthroat with it.
Yeah.
Push yourself. Tell all your friends. Make flyers. Do YouTube. Do this. Do that. Just
You're your
get
own
your shit out
self-promoter.
there. Yeah. Be your own self-promoter. Don't be afraid to just put yourself out there. Because if you love it and you're passionate about it, other people will love it too.
Yeah, you got to be confident in your craft. Damn, you are so inspirational. Okay, so you have a
you.
show tonight at the Fillmore here in Philly.
Yes.
Have you performed in Philly before?
Never. First time in Philly.
This is your first time in Philly.
Yeah.
So you've never been to Chop Hospital before?
Don't even know what that is.
I
Do I need to
swear
go to
to
Chop
God, I
Hospital?
stalked you on Instagram, like, because okay, this is a dumb story now that you're not there. Okay, never mind. I went to like the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and we had some like idol. It was Ryan Seacrest. They have a Ryan Seacrest Studios in there, so they did like a Chop idol for all of the kids who were obviously admitted. And literally the next day, I had like followed Chop on Instagram, and I was like just in awe of everything that they like did here.
I love that. That's so sweet.
It was so sweet. And then the next day, I swear to God, I saw them post a picture of you because I remember when they called me and they're like, hey, you're going to do an interview with Charlotte Lawrence. I was like, oh, awesome. Let me stalk her. I was like, I've seen this girl before. And I swear to God, that's exactly where it was. But now I'm just a psychopath.
No,
and
I
that
love that.
story's so
Have I
irrelevant.
been to Philly before? My tour manager's in the back. I'm like, have I?
I'm going to go with that story. Let's go with it.
Here's the thing. I know I don't think I've been to Philadelphia, and I would have remembered if I've been to a children's hospital. Maybe I did.
You would because you
an
had
interview
told your
with them.
nanny that you were here. Yeah, definitely.
But I would have obviously I would have remembered. I love children so much, and I would do anything.
Well, then let's
to do
get
that.
you in
I
the
would love
job.
to go to the children's hospital, but I don't
Okay.
think I don't. Yeah, I don't think. I
Well,
was
we're
there.
excited to have you here. Of course, like obviously you go into each show with a mindset, or do you just cut the expectations and just let it rock on the stage?
I have no expectations, and I let it rock. Every crowd is different. Every show is different. I'm going to be different on stage. It's just, I kind of just let it happen. You know what I
so
mean?
a fan that's going to your show tonight that may be hearing you for the first time, what's the message you kind of want to give off?
The message I want to give off. I don't know. I write music because it's therapeutic to me, and I get my emotions and my anger and my frustration and my sadness and anything I may feel out by writing it down on paper. And, that's my way of healing myself is writing. And through that, I feel better, and it makes me feel empowered, and it makes me feel happy. And I hope that, going to my show, even just for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour,
Yeah.
one song, whatever it may be, that someone can feel happier or feel inspired or feel like I'm taking the words out of their mouth. Or, I just hope that people get affected by the music. And I think, because before I was really making music, I used music as a therapy.
Sure.
I think everybody does. I still do. It's like if I'm sad, I'm going to go listen to my sad playlist and
Amen,
cry
girl.
it out. Love that. Or if I want to feel like angry, I'm going to go listen to some like angry breakup music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why else do people listen to
Dude,
pregame music? Hype yourself
Exactly.
up.
Exactly. So I
Yeah.
just hope that the people in the crowd can feel something and, that it helps them. even just for a second.
Charlotte Lawrence, you're something special, girl.
Thank
I am
you.
so excited for you, and I'm also like super blessed to meet you. This is why I love like getting more intimate in the podcast, because like we could have you come on the air and talk for 13 seconds in between songs. And be like, what? But like now I feel like I mean, I would like to think that we're friends now. But like
100%.
I feel like
Got
we really
deep.
got to know you, and people that are listening too are probably like, wow, damn, like that girl is something special.
Thank
That's
you.
at least how I feel.
It
So
means a
hopefully
lot
that was
to me.
portrayed here on Serving Sriracha. We're gonna link on our socials to get tickets for your show tonight. So we're gonna blow this up like ASAP Rocky.
Hell
and
yeah.
get Philly out to your show, because you deserve to be seen, sister friend.
Thank you.
Of course. All right. Make sure you subscribe. Say bye.
Bye. Thanks, guys.
God must be doing cocaine.